getting somewhere now, guys. Got it hooked up, so look, we can, and I've probably got ahead of myself just a little bit. But right now, we can water for 120 minutes. That'll be 2 hours. I don't know that we need to do that much. Let's do it. I'll do it for an hour, 60 minutes. But basically, before I grabbed you guys and brought you over here, because I'm terrible at videoing, I set my clock time, which right now is 10:54 here. My start time, next start time, 8 p.m. this evening for 60 minutes. How often? Every day, every hour, days. So I mean, you can set this thing up however long you want to do it. So every 12 hours we can water for 60 minutes, or every day we can water. So let's set that up. So yeah, we got our time set, our start time, 8 p.m. for an hour every day. And now we can do this on. So right now manually we can turn this thing on for 1 minute. Just make sure it's working. And it does take it, oh, click. So I heard it open. Bam. So it is definitely working. Got it turned on. Got it turned off. It's working flawlessly. And it'll actually toggle back and forth. It tells me what time it is, and it'll toggle again and tell me when my next start time actually is, which is nice, because then I know, when it's going to water and this, that, and the other. Now, obviously, I can just come out here and turn the water off and don't have to worry about it. But this is nice. I can rely on this, and I had very good luck with it last year. Not one hiccup really at all. So, like I said, this is a Orbit brand. I think it came from Tractor Supply. So, if that's something you guys are looking for, I would highly recommend it, truthfully. Worked really well for us. So video's probably done uploading at this point. We're going to run back in the house, check on Luke, make sure he's doing okay. Then we'll next big giant video we get uploading, if we have to run back out, we'll run down here to the garden down there at the bottom where everything terminates on the main line, and we will go ahead and install the irrigation liquid injector and let you guys get an idea of what that looks like. Appreciate y'all guys watching. Thanks. Alright, accidentally pushed the side button there. We finally made it down here. Going to install this fertilizer injector like I was talking to you guys previously about. This is from Hoss Tools. Man, they've been really awesome. This is actually the smaller, this is the 1 gallon 1 gallon injector, and man, I'll tell you, this thing's been awesome. Right there it says it's all made in the USA. So as you know, if it says that, then I paid 4 times too much for it, because, well, we have to regulate everything in this country. Don't you know that? But we're gonna set this bad boy up right here. It's pretty simple. Like I said, just gonna disconnect the water line. I don't have any of my mounts with me to hold this camera, so if you guys will just bear with me for just a split second. Okay, sorry about that, guys. But as you can see, we've got our water feed coming from up there behind the barn there at the meat shed. I've got garden hose running all the way down here, which I know I need to put in a water line. I'll get to that. Maybe we'll do a video on that eventually, with all my spare time. But basically, we've got this flow valve. Water comes in the black pipe, and I've just got this hose coiled up because we had extra. Comes into the top of the injector. Now there's actually flow rate adjustment here, and there's also flow discs. And gosh, I've only had this thing apart one time. There's flow discs inside the metering valve there, and like I said, it pushes water in this black pipe, drops into the bottom, forces it back out, and when this water starts running through here, you'll see this tube's going to turn bluish green color, runs back out, and then injects straight into the main line, and then it will run into each drip tape all the way down every row. So we're going to go ahead and run up, turn that thing on, set the timer on the valve that I showed y'all earlier that we installed up at the barn. And I've got to find a better way to do this, but for the time being, I'm just going to set this up here. Uh-oh. I don't know how that happened. We'll have to work on that, guys. But y'all hang out with us. We're going to try to get you some more footage. Watermelon down at the end of that first row. Second row, we've got a bunch of Roma tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes. Third row, we've got a bunch of okra and some peppers planted down there toward the end of that third row. We've got some cayenne, we've got bell peppers. I think we've got some jalapenos planted. Yeah, just got a bunch of different stuff going on that row. And then down on the trellis, let's see if I can get you guys here. Down on the trellis, we have got oh well, hang on, I skipped a row. Yeah, so we've got okra and peppers out here. Right here, me and my dad accidentally made a mistake. We planted what we thought was just squash, but I think we've ended up and mixed up some squash and zucchini. So we're gonna have to go down through here and figure that out. I found some seeds that had gotten wet in the back of my side-by-side by accident. Spaghetti squash, which is actually starting right here on this road going that way. Now I do have one starting up. The rest of them kind of remains to be seen. I'm kind of fearful that we wasted our time on this, but even if we did, I'll replant them probably because we really like the squash. But on the trellis here on the first side, beans. Sorry guys, we had to put up the varmint protection. We have a real issue with rabbits and everything else. So we got beans on this side, and look, the drip tape is just starting to come on. Actually, it's just barely, but you can see this stuff literally just drips. And it just makes a steady drip pattern. Now, this is a little unorthodox, I guess you'd say. You don't generally run this stuff above ground like I've got it right here. But on this trellis, we opted to do that because we can actually get, I've got a little a tiller that will attach to my combi head on my steel combi system, and we can get in here around all these beans and everything, and I can till, and we can use the hoe and everything else to keep weeds out from around all this, and I don't have to worry about piercing the drip tape. So we just weaved them through on both sides, and we've got cucumbers over on this side. Same thing, drip tape just kind of weaved out through here, but you can literally see it just sits there and drips. It's pretty neat how this thing works, and it'll literally just drip out. And this exact same drip tape is what we've got laid under all this plastic mulch. As you can see, we've got shut-off valves where it comes from main line, hits a shut-off and hits the drip tape, and it runs the entire length of these beds. And we can control how much water and when we water and how much water everything gets. But guys, now here we go. So this is actually what we started down here for. got the Hoss Tools fertilizer injector running, and I'm guessing you guys can see, but see how that tube is now blue? That is the color of dye that they put in that fertilizer. So we know now that our injector is actually pushing fertilizer all the way down through the entire garden. We've trimmed up. Everybody's going to fuss because we're wasting so much space, and we are, truthfully. But we have overwhelmed ourselves the last 2 or 3 years doing this garden, just between work and life and everything else that happens. So we have decided to trim way back on the amount that we've been doing. We're just trying to kind of, we've been planting all kinds of random stuff that we've had no luck with really, and just working ourselves to death, trying to learn what to do and what works best. But yeah, we've basically just run with the staples, more or less, I guess you'd say, this year. Hopefully we'll have a good yield. You know, time will tell, but we're gonna try hard. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, maybe if you get any questions, let us know. Definitely be happy to answer all of them I can, but I can't tell you the amount of good things I have to say about this Hoss Tools. They just really help with everything. I mean, they're very good customer service. They're a local Georgia business, as far as I know. I think they're somewhere in South Georgia, maybe around Valdosta. Don't quote me on that, but I think they are. And man, they've really helped us out a bunch. Like I said, getting questions, let me know. I'll try to help you as best I can. But I can assure you, I'm probably not the guy to be asking. But you know, I'll make the best of it as I can. But I appreciate you guys watching. We're gonna go up here and check out some more videos. So we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all are sillies. What you doing, Lulu? Look at Lulu. You on video?
Hey, Daddy. Hey, Daddy.
Hey, Luke.
Can we go to Hudson Playground?
What are you talking about?
This kid that has these room tracks.
Oh, wait a minute. We're making videos for YouTube, watching videos on YouTube.